guys, you know what's gayer than marrying a man? Having your own cooking show. So go ahead and stick around where I'm gonna be showing you this simple to make soup-based recipe. It has a chicken broth base, which can be substituted for bone broth. It has carrot, spinach, celery, and a ton of really great seasonings that enhance the flavor. So go ahead and stick around where I'm gonna be showing you how to make this simple soup recipe. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome to Aiden's kitchen. Tonight we're gonna be making an amazing carrot chicken broth soup with celery and I am just kind of not in the mood to cook right now. So I thought that we could do something very easy and I'll be walking you along the process, and it's not an expensive meal, so this should be a cheap alternative. But again, you guys, it's just soup. It's not that hard, but I figured, why not? So first up, I'm gonna put about 2 cups of bone broth into my pan. I had the pan on way too hot. So we're gonna let that go ahead and boil. And while that is boiling behind us, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up these carrots. Now I like to chop them up into just circles. And it's super easy. Personally, I love carrots because there is a certain compound in them that actually turns your skin more orange, which if you're not white, you don't need to listen to this. But to me, that helps me make, it helps me make me look tan. So I'm gonna eat more carrots. I saw it on TikTok and I believe that it's true because after I've eaten, usually I try and eat at least 1 carrot a day. But after I eat a few like this, oh, trust me, my skin's looking great the next day. And it really goes to show you that you are what you eat. And that's why I find cooking, I think, so fun. It's because I get to control what goes into my body and what doesn't. And to me, that's very important because there's a lot of stories coming out about the minerals and certain ingredients that aren't very good for you, or there's a lot of carcinogens in regular food that companies, they claim to care about us, but in reality they don't. And it's actually very apparent that the bottom line matters to them more than the customer's health, which I believe is very sad, and it's something that this country really needs to take control of. There's always lots of documentaries on it, but I find food and nutrition to be very interesting and fun, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring to this channel, was easy to do dinners, because it's hard to eat healthy without knowing what to do. And so tonight, that's why I'm kind of showing you guys what kind of soup I'm making, because I would appreciate it. I like watching cooking shows. I love Chopped, I love cooking shows, so why not kind of make my own? And yeah, I'm still dog sitting, so no, this isn't my kitchen. Isn't it beautiful though? It is very nice. But now that we've chopped up the celery and carrots, we're gonna let that sit in the bone broth for about 12 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and, actually 11 minutes. I have 11 minutes on the clock. Oh, that was a Chopped reference, did you get it? And then of course at the 11 minutes, we will go ahead and add in the spinach. The spinach is gonna wilt very quickly. And always make sure, wash your veggies, okay? You don't want E. coli, you don't want salmonella, I don't know what else there is, but you never know, and don't be a gross asshole. Well, welcome to the other side of the kitchen. So now I'm gonna be adding the seasonings, and as you can see, I just have it on medium-high right now. And the carrots and celery are cooking away. Celery is mainly water, so it should add a nice little crunch. I don't enjoy celery on its own. I know ants on a log is pretty popular. It's just not my thing. I don't love the taste, but let me tell you, whenever you boil it, it actually turns out way better. I think it's because it gets rid of that kind of earthy flavor. So now I'm gonna be adding the seasonings. Woo woo! Garlic powder. Just of course a little bit. I personally really love garlic. And actually, to enhance this, I'm gonna go ahead and give you some enhancement tips. Add a teaspoon of garlic. Add red onion, about a quarter red onion, or you can do white onion. Just some kind of spiciness would be really good. But of course this isn't my house, so I'm kind of limited. So now I'm gonna be adding onion powder. Ooh, onions, love them. And of course, about each, I do a quarter teaspoon, if that makes sense to you. Next, garlic salts. This is gonna add a little bit of garlic saltiness, but we're also gonna wanna add regular salt. This is a very basic soup, so the salt will help at least enhance a little bit of flavor, but of course don't add too much because then it's gonna be a salty, gross ass mess. Black pepper. I love some black pepper, a great seasoning. Every time I go out to a diner or a restaurant, where's the pepper? Where's the salt? Go ahead and douse it, because I find that a lot of restaurants have a hard time actually seasoning their food, which to me is gross, but you know, you do you. Next up, red pepper, crushed red pepper. I love this stuff. It makes it so good. It adds a little bit of spice and depth to the flavor. But I think that's why I have such a hard time going out to eat, is because I know that at home I can make this and I can usually do better. And this is not a good example, so don't look at this specific, but I love cooking, especially curries. I love onion, rice, noodles. I'm not a huge meat eater, as you can tell, but I'm not vegetarian yet. I think I might for the new year. Maybe that'll be my New Year's resolution, or is that just kind of basic? Chili powder. This is of course gonna add a little bit of flavor as well. I don't love the flavor of chili powder, so I don't add too much. But you know, you do you. Paprika though. Ooh, when I tell you, this makes it real good. Just smell it and it smells good. Bam. Now personally, lastly, add a little bit of thyme. I forgot to mention this, but I just saw Gordon Ramsay do a little video, and he said that adding thyme to your soup not only gives you longer life expectancy because you're eating thyme, and thyme is just a theory, but it also helps enhance the flavor. So he said fresh thyme. I'm not a bougie bitch, sorry, so I don't have that. I find that fresh seasonings like that always go bad very quickly in my fridge, and so I don't usually like to get them because I feel like it's always a waste. Like, if I'm not gonna eat it, why would I have it? It's great, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessary. Now, this is what's gonna add a little bit of oil fats to the soup, because right now it's just bone broth, which is just gonna be very liquidy. And I go ahead and add a little bit of olive oil. I'm a huge olive oil fan. I put it in my coffee in the morning. I put that shit in everything. And then of course, maybe some salt crystals just because this is fun. And I don't have this at my, look at those. Look at how big those salt crystals are. Like, wow. Oops. They're the dogs now. I love salt. And salt is not bad for you. Don't ever think that, because it helps our blood, it helps our bones, and it does absorb some water in the body. So to me, win-win for everybody. Of course, don't eat too much because you're gonna be puffy, everything in moderation, but it's so good. And now I'm just gonna stir it up. My carrots are becoming a little softer. Yay. And the celery is celerying, whatever that means. But yeah, I love cooking, so I hope you guys do too. And if not, maybe this can inspire you to cook. And we're just gonna go ahead and let this sit. It has about 3 minutes left on the timer, so we're doing great on time. Next, I wanted to talk about a few snacks that I love. Kalamata olives are so good. I prefer the green with the red tomatoes inside, but these are a great alternative as well. To me, eating a few olives in the morning helps you stay healthy because you get that salt intake, which helps the water absorb into your body. So I usually try and eat a few olives a day, especially the green ones. I love the tangy flavor. And actually I trained my body to like green olives because when I was younger, I hated them so bad. And honestly, like every kid kind of hates them. But after eating one every single morning, I really grew to love olives. I've always been a huge black olive fan, like from a can, but I wanted to be like more than just a black olive guy. So Kalamata olives and the green olives are really great. Of course, there are other kinds as well. There's green olives that are garlic infused with garlic pieces, and those are very good, but watch out for your breath. Garlic isn't good for that. Next, we have Greek peppers, pepperoncinis. Oh my God. I could just eat the whole box of that. Honestly, it's not a spicy pepper, but it's really, really great. It tastes so good. Very salty again, but you know, whenever there's only 5 calories per 2 peppers, like nothing really matters. Nothing really matters. Love is all we need. Anyways, Papa John's puts those in their pizza boxes, and oh my God, they're so good. Hi, Marley. Do you guys want to see the dog? I'm dog sitting. Come here, baby. Come here. Now she doesn't want to say hi, but she is so adorable. There she is. Come here. She won't do it. So it's because of you. You're making her uncomfortable, and I need you to leave. No, I'm just kidding. I actually need the views. So yeah, that's gonna be sitting for a few more minutes. Oh, this granola is so good. It has freeze-dried strawberries and dark chocolate chunks, and it is chocolate-based granola. If that didn't make your mouth water, I don't know what will, because it is so good. I can only find it, actually that's a lie. I found it at Walmart and Albertsons, but of course, you know, Walmart's gonna be cheaper. I'm so sorry. I am a Walmart person. If I had the money, I wouldn't be. That's our alarm! Yay! So that means that I'm gonna add in the spinach. So I'm gonna go wash it off at the sink, and then in about 3 minutes, this should all be incorporated and good to eat. Yay! Again, it's a very, very, very basic soup. So yeah, just adding in that spinach right here. And yes, it is basic, but this is just kind of the base, and you can add what you like. You can add chicken from a can if you want, or baked chicken, or you can add onions or other veggies, especially radishes. Radishes are really good. But this is just a great base if you're wanting something that's super, super easy. It's super easy soup, and carrots have really good vitamins and nutrients in them, and then celery has a lot of water content, so that's gonna keep you hydrated. And then the spinach is just, it's spinach, you guys. Don't be a dumb bitch, and spinach is good for you. If you eat too much, it will turn you green. I don't know if that's true, but I just feel like it. And yeah, pair it with what you want. Make some rice on the side, add in noodles if you want, or you can just eat it as a soup, and that's what I'm gonna be doing tonight. I was so tired today. I actually just woke up from a 4-hour nap before this. And Marley was such great cuddle buddy. I love cuddling the little pups that I'm watching. And I was just so lazy, and I didn't want to cook. So this is what we're doing. Easy, simple, easy, 20-minute soup base. So tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a McDonald's French fries. I used to be a manager at McDonald's for a year. So yeah, I got the inside scoop, and that's what my next video is gonna be. I was supposed to film that today, but life happens, and when you don't prepare the ingredients, you can't rely on other people to have vegetable oil. All I have is olive oil here, and olive oil is super expensive, so I'm not gonna waste olive oil, you know? But yeah, so I'm gonna let this sit for about more or less 3 more minutes on medium to low heat, and just kind of let everything simmer and build that flavor profile. Yes, I'm a chef! Yay! So the reason, number one, I love to cook, but also number two, my aunt told me that I'm gonna be a food blogger about 2 years ago. So I figured I love editing, I love YouTube. Might as well start cooking on camera because why not? I also want to do a how to make a really great latte using an $8 coffee machine. Because I got mine from Walmart for $8 and it's this little ristretto shot and it is so good. It's so good. It's like authentic Italian coffee mixed with really great creamer, and you add olive oil, cinnamon, vanilla extract, maple syrup if you want that instead, and it is, oh my god, so good. Salt as well. I love salt, salt, salt. Yeah. I'm not a vegetarian, although I eat a lot of non-meaty foods. I think at home I only cook meat when my dad gives me some. And that has been maybe a handful of times. I'm not a huge meat eater. It actually grosses me out. I don't really care about the animals. That's just human nature. And if we want to sustain our population growth, you know, oh well. There are a lot of diseases that begin from farm animal livestock production. So I see where you're coming from if you are a vegetarian or vegan for the ethical purposes. And I understand, you do you. That's not my view personally, I don't care. But they do say that pigs have a brain of almost a 3-year-old. I just don't know how true that is. But if you look at stuff like the swine flu, that started from pigs. There's also an avian flu beginning. There's about 35 cases in America this year. Last year there was 0. So there could be a spillover event, and that begins with birds. I know that sometimes there's stuff with chickens and turkeys, especially turkeys in Brazil. But that's a topic for another day, you guys. No. And don't argue with me. Actually, if you do, go ahead and leave a comment because it helps the engagement. Oh, thank you. So, that's basically done. So now I'm gonna get a ladle and put it in a bowl and eat it up. I'm gonna slurp it up actually. Slurp that shit. Sip it. Do you understand the reference? Iggy Azalea sip it? No? Okay. I love Iggy. I love female rap. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this to the 5 people that watch me, but thank you for 365 subscribers, by the way. That's 1 subscriber a day for the last year, and I have been posting for a year on YouTube. So thank you, 1 subscriber a day, you guys. It's paying off so well. I make about $2,000 a month just from YouTube AdSense alone. Don't even get me started about the affiliate programs. That's what we call manifesting. But, yeah, let's get a ladle, plate it up. They have a perfect ladle right here. I don't usually prefer plastic, although I do have it at my house. Plastic shouldn't be in your food, I don't think. So, yeah, do you guys see it? Oh, yum. That looks really good. Especially the broth. There's maybe a little bit too many veggies, so you can always water it down. Of course, if you added the rice, that would absorb the water and it'd be really good rice and veggies. If you want to do that, leave the rice in it while it's boiling, everything together for about 10 minutes and it'll be perfect. So this is what we got. Let's do it. Okay. Well, here we have it. So we're gonna go ahead and try it, and I have a feeling that it's gonna be really great. If you do try it, let me know. Delish, especially the seasonings. I can really taste the garlic powder that we added and the crushed red pepper. So don't forget to add that stuff, and then the salt really does help enhance the flavor. Carrots are very nice and squishy, cooked perfectly. The spinach adds a nice little crunch with the spine of the spinach not being cooked. Like, it's not wilted all the way. because we still let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then the celery adds that crunch, which is perfect. Oops, did I just spit in it? If I did, don't look. Look, oh, Marley, even she wants some. But yeah, you guys, this is great on a cold winter day like today. It's actually 9:30 p.m. I'm ready for bed again. I know I took a 4-hour nap, but I'm ready for bed again. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, y'all. Bye. Oh, what recipe should I do next? Comment below.
We're sorry, your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.